Oh, I feel better for that.
Click. Saturday and Sunday at 12:30 on the BBC News Channel.
Follow the story, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. You can follow every moment in depth with BBC News. Get the full story at bbc.co.uk/news. Get the headlines as they happen with the breaking news alert. And keep up with events by watching the BBC News Channel in the app. Follow the story wherever you are with BBC News.
Tonight at 10, we're in Downing Street, where the Cabinet has approved Theresa May's Brexit plans after 5 hours of intense debate. The Prime Minister emerged to claim that this was the best Brexit plan on offer, urging MPs on all sides to lend their support.
I believe that what I owe to this country is to take decisions that are in the national interest. And I firmly believe, with my head and my heart, that this is a decision which is in the best interests of our entire United Kingdom.
As ministers left Downing Street, opposing voices were being heard among Conservative MPs and among the government's parliamentary partners.
I will vote against it, and I expect many others will. This does not meet either the result of the referendum or indeed the Conservative Party's manifesto promises.
She has stood up in this very place and said that she will not break up the United Kingdom. There will be no difference between Northern Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom. If she decides to go against all of that, then there will be consequences. Of course there will be consequences.
The draft agreement, delivered by the EU this evening, runs to more than 500 pages. They say it represents decisive progress.
We have been able to find common ground and meet our common objectives.
We'll be looking at the detail of the plan, and we'll be asking if Theresa May has any realistic hope of getting the House of Commons to vote for it.
Also in the programme tonight, Libya says it expects to extradite to Britain the younger brother of the Manchester bomber before the end of the year. A government climb down over gambling. The crackdown on fixed odds betting terminals will now be brought forward to April. And Prince Charles celebrates his 70th birthday with an afternoon tea party and dinner with the Queen.
And coming up on BBC News, Wayne Rooney will captain England when he comes on as a substitute in his last appearance for his country against the USA in a friendly at Wembley tomorrow.
Good evening from Downing Street. After one of the most significant cabinet meetings of modern times, when ministers decided to support Theresa May's plans for leaving the European Union. It took 5 hours of intense debate for the cabinet to reach that decision, but the outcome is already under fire from both sides of the Brexit debate, with some MPs complaining that the UK could be
To quote the Prime Minister tonight, or to paraphrase perhaps, she said it is this deal or no deal, or perhaps no Brexit. Now, of course, for those people who've been campaigning, pushing very hard, politicians and activists around the country, for Brexit not to happen, for another vote to take place, curiously, ironically, they've actually had a big tick from what the Prime Minister had to say here today. But for her, that will be a message we will hear again and again in what will be 3 or 4 enormously dramatic weeks around here.
Laura, we'll talk again tomorrow. Thanks very much. Laura Kuensberg there, our political editor here in Downing Street. That's all from the team here after that significant milestone in the Brexit process. But as Theresa May knows, better than anyone, as Laura's also already said, there's still a very long way to go in this process. Newsnight is on BBC Two. Here on BBC One, it's time for the news where you are. Have a good night.
Good evening, I'm John Watson with the latest from the BBC Sports Centre. Wayne Rooney will captain England on his last appearance for his country when he comes on as a substitute in a friendly against